What's up? It's Susie from Hey Grill Hey, and this is Wrapping Meat 101. I do not think there is any topic more controversial in the world of barbecue than wrapping or not wrapping your low and slow smoked meats, whether that's ribs during the braising phase, wrapping briskets during the cook at the end. When do you wrap it? So many opinions, all of the opinions. Today, we are gonna cover what I believe are the 10 best reasons for wrapping your meat. I do think it has a time and a place. It definitely serves a purpose. If you are a no wrap evangelist, maybe just skip this video or hang around for a little bit and I'll see if I can convince you that maybe there is a specific time or a specific reason where wrapping your meat could be a benefit to you. My reason number one for wrapping meat, and kind of the reason that wrapping low and slow smoked barbecue started, is speeding up the cooking process. Now, low and slow meats can take a very, very, very long time, and wrapping can actually speed up the process, especially in cooks like a brisket or like ribs, for example. There is a point of time during every low and slow cook where the temperature of the meat stops rising. It essentially levels out. It's called the stall. And a lot of important things happen during this time of the cook. The moisture evaporating is cooling the meat faster than the exterior heat of the grill can heat it up. A lot of bark development happens during this period, but it can extend your cook time hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. So if you find yourself a little bit shorter on time, you want your cook to go a little bit faster, you're sick of hanging out throughout the stall, wrapping your meat in foil or butcher paper can push through that stall, get your cook done a little bit faster. Reason number two is actually piggybacking off of the first. You can prevent the stall from happening altogether. This usually happens with smaller cuts that I'm smoking. If I'm doing something like ribs or tri-tip, I will wrap before we kind of hit that stall period, prevent it from happening altogether, and create a really nice gradual rise in temperature throughout the entire cooking process. The downside is less bark development and smoke flavor. You get a really juicy, beautiful finished product, and it's easier to kind of count on time that way. So if you're somebody that really does like to say, I want this to take 5 hours or 6 hours, you can do that by wrapping a little bit earlier in the cook process. Reason number three for wrapping your meat is retaining moisture. Now, this is one of the things that wrapping is most famous for. Anytime you wrap your barbecue in either butcher paper or foil, you're creating a little steam pouch, essentially. And braising is one of the most famous cooking techniques for a reason. It holds in moisture close to the food that you're cooking. It creates a steam bath situation where the meat itself is cooking from the heat of the grill. The steam from the liquid inside your pouch is also cooking your meat. And steam is a very high energy, higher temperature form of cooking. But because it's moisture infused, it keeps a lot of juiciness in the meat itself. So if you are a moisture fan, wrapping can be of much assistance. Reason number four might be controversial. It's a pro and a con. It depends on your preference. Wrapping will soften the bark on the outside of your barbecue. Whether you're using butcher paper or foil, creating that steam bath softens that crispy, crunchy bark on the outside of your low and slow smoked meats. It just does. It's different than keeping it constantly exposed to the dry heat of smoke. That wet heat will add moisture to the seasonings you have on the outside, so that dry, crispy, crunchy pepper or the onion powder or the garlic powder or whatever you have in your seasoning blend on the outside will absorb the moisture in the wrap and you will get a softer bark. When I say that it's preference, it absolutely is. Some people prefer a softer bark. If you're somebody that likes it super extra crunchy, either don't wrap or stick to something that's a little bit more breathable like butcher paper. Reason number six is texture. We all know in big cuts of low and slow smoked barbecue, you have connective tissues that are really tight, really tough. The low and slow cooking process breaks those down. Wrapping can help enhance that process. You get all of those connective tissues breaking down, turning into collagen. And when you wrap, that happens in a slightly more even way. It keeps all of that collagen in the meat, wrapped tight up against it. And I feel like it alters the texture slightly from what you get from a completely unwrapped product. Now, I do have videos side by side of wrapping with butcher paper, foil, and not wrapping at all. We've done this with ribs and done a side by side taste test. And it's not just the flavor that's affected, it is the texture of the meat that's affected. And that is because the braising process changes how those connective tissues break down. So if you're somebody that prefers a softer, meltier texture, wrapping is for you. Number 7, insulating your meat for more even cooking. Things like ribs, turkey, brisket, they're not the same size all the way through. When you create a wrap and a foil wrap situation, it creates a more even and consistent temperature throughout the whole meat. So if you've ever done a full brisket unwrapped, you'll often find that you're reading different temperatures in the thicker part of the point than you are in the skinnier part of the flat. When you wrap, it creates a more homogeneous temperature inside the wrap itself. It helps things cook more evenly. Number 8 piggybacks off of number 7. So while number 7 is about it cooking evenly, number 8 is about preventing overcooking. So I feel like wrapping gives you a little bit more of a buffer when it comes to overcooking or undercooking your meat. Keeping the moisture up against the meat itself promotes tenderness. It gives you a little more flexibility. So if you overshoot your pork butt a couple degrees, if you've had it wrapped, you're gonna have a little bit more moisture in that final finished product. It gives you just a little more window of error, and it's a little bit forgiving when it comes to the final texture and tenderness of the meat that you're cooking. Number 9 is a question that I get all of the time when we talk about wrapping, and that is fuel preservation. A lot of people will smoke for the first several hours of their cook, then they'll wrap in foil. And once it's wrapped in foil, you're not getting any more smoke penetration from your smoker. So you're actually able to move that cook inside into the oven. You can finish the cook that way and avoid burning additional fuel on your smoker during that cooking process and kind of bring it inside. This is really popular, especially in people who cook in cold winter climates, because you're only outside for a little bit. You can finish the cook inside. And number 10, my most favorite tip and my most common reason for using wrapping is enhancing flavor. So on the ribs that I'm wrapping today, I'll be wrapping in foil. This gives me an opportunity to add not just moisture to the wrapping phase, but also additional flavor profiles. I'll be wrapping with butter, some brown sugar, some honey, and a little bit of apple juice. All of these things are going to impact the finished flavor of my ribs because it's introducing a little bit of sweetness, that honey flavor, a little bit more fat from the butter. And that's something that you really can't do any other way than in that braising foil wrapped phase. And it's one of my favorite tools to layer in flavor to my barbecue. So there you have it, my top 10 reasons why wrapping might be for you. I would love to hear in the comments section, do you wrap your barbecue? Are you a foil person? Are you a paper person? Or are you no wrap, raw dog in your barbecue the whole entire way? Let me know. I would love to see what's going on in your backyards. Catch you next time. After trying a bite of every variation, I have some results. Now I've given you my top 10 tips for when it's time or what the benefits of wrapping are. I've got the proof in the pudding right in front of me. So these were the foil wrapped ribs. By far the juiciest of the three, the most moisture, the sweetest flavor profile because we added in that brown sugar, the honey, the apple juice. These are a nice, sweet, pull off the bone but not fall off the bone rib. Absolutely delicious. These are the butcher paper wrapped ribs. I would say these are the closest to a restaurant style rib. Really nice, strong smoke flavor. Still beautiful dark mahogany on the bark, but it's not really tough. It's not really crispy. I actually really love these ones. I think it's a great combination of moisture retention and smoke flavor. Now these are the no wrap ribs, and to be fair, they probably needed a little bit more time. We took these all off around the same time, but we know that wrapping does speed up the cooking process. These were still a little bit tight, not quite as juicy, most pronounced smoke flavor. I think with a little bit more time, these would be a little bit more tender, but it's the moisture that really impressed me with the two wrapped ribs. All in all, I don't think you can go wrong. It's all about preference, but doing experiments like these are super fun because it gives you an opportunity to determine what your favorite way of cooking barbecue is. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you guys next time.